extremely aggressive. He threw the coffee table. It landed on my knee. It turned black immediately. He threw both bar stools. He threw my Stanley cup and broke it. He threw my phone and broke it. He threw my laptop and broke it. He threw me into the rose bushes. He didn't throw you. He did. It's on my Ring camera. He looks angry. You see, I'm scared. I'm not trying to make her feel uncomfortable. Brittany Cartwright once seemed like the perfect Southern sweetheart who had it all: beauty, charm, and the dream life on reality TV. When she joined Vanderpump Rules, fans immediately loved her. She was kind, humble, and genuine, a bright contrast to the chaos around her. Brittany represented innocence in a world full of scandals and ego battles. Facts, you have treated me like talking to me. You just walked in here. I don't care if I walked in here. I put my belief in you. I literally just. I wish birthdays out because I love you. Oscar goes to Brittany. Really? Congratulations. But as years went by, that sparkle began to fade. Behind the sweet smile and polite words, she was breaking down. Fame, betrayal, heartbreak, and public humiliation all came crashing together, leaving her fighting to hold on to her sense of self. This is the story of Brittany Cartwright, a woman who entered the spotlight full of hope, only to find herself caught in one of the most painful reality TV journeys ever seen. Brittany Cartwright grew up in Winchester, Kentucky, far from Hollywood lights or celebrity scandals. She worked hard, helped her family, and dreamed of a bigger life. Her faith and values were rooted in small-town simplicity, loyalty, family, and love. In 2015, while vacationing in Las Vegas, she met Vanderpump Rules bad boy Jax Taylor. He was famous for being wild, unpredictable, and controversial. Yet, Brittany fell for him instantly. Within months, she packed her bags, left Kentucky, and moved to Los Angeles to be with him, stepping into a world completely different from her own. When she first appeared on Vanderpump Rules, Brittany was instantly loved by viewers. She seemed pure, loyal, and unaffected by the Hollywood lifestyle. She smiled through drama, defended her boyfriend even when he didn't deserve it, and brought warmth to a cast known for chaos. But that kindness, that eagerness to please, would soon become her biggest weakness. Once Brittany Cartwright moved to Los Angeles and joined the cast of Vanderpump Rules, her life seemed to change overnight. She was no longer the girl from Kentucky. She was on TV in the spotlight, linked to one of reality TV's most recognized names, Jax Taylor. Together, they became the it couple of the show. Brittany brought a softness and warmth that balanced Jax's brash persona. She was thrown into the chaos of fame, cameras, club appearances, and social media attention, but she handled it with grace. What is that? Miss Brittany Cartwright writes. What? Are you serious? I love you so much. Will you please make me the happiest man in the world and be my wife? Yes. Oh my God. Their relationship became a key storyline. The fans watched Brittany's outfits, her nightlife, her reactions to cast drama. They watched Jax's antics, his outbursts, and his pull on Brittany's identity. There were joint interviews, couples photo shoots, and tapings that captured their rise. Brittany embraced the lifestyle, the glam dresses, the neon lights, the VIP status. But underneath the glitz, there was a woman trying to be true to herself while playing the part the show required. Her public persona coalesced. Loyal girlfriend, cheerful supporter, the one who laughed when others cried. Brittany became relatable, the star who still had a hometown accent, who posted throwback photos of life before the cameras, who admitted she missed Kentucky sometimes. That relatability is what helped her gain an audience. But as the hours of filming mounted and the storylines intensified, the roles she played on screen started to bleed into her self-image. Reality television is not a normal life. Every event becomes fodder for footage. Every outfit, every drink, every word can be edited into drama. For Brittany, the pressure mounted. She had to keep up with Jax's lifestyle, defend his choices, respond to cast mates, and manage her own insecurities. She admitted in interviews that she struggled with body image, cosmetic changes, and wanting to fit into the Los Angeles world she had adopted. What started as excitement, the spa trips, the social media followers, the designer handbags, soon turned into comparison, expectation, and a quiet feeling of, is this me? In public, she posted images of slender figures, curated parties, perfect nights. Behind the scenes, she wrestled with the gap between performance and self. The whispers began. Is she being herself? Does she like this life? Or is she doing it for the cameras? She tried to maintain the cheerful facade, the one fans loved, but the fatigue showed. Long shoots, late nights, the constant glare of a camera lens leave little room for privacy or vulnerability. The public often sees the surface of a housewife's life, the glitz, the fights, the storyline arcs. What they don't always see is the personal cost. For Brittany Cartwright, that cost was steep. Her relationship with Jax Taylor, once an anchor, became a storm. Jax's public history with alcohol, his frequent nights out, his self-described wild behavior took a toll on Brittany. She has spoken about the anxiety of waiting for a text, the fear of his absence, and the frustration of defending him even when she didn't believe what he said. I'm very glad that he finally came out and admitted that he had an addiction issue, because it was so hard to deal with his come-downs and I wasn't really allowed to express what was going on. Like, he was going out partying and doing all these things. The reason I had to move out in the first place was because he was having these horrible come-downs from his night out the night before, and it got so bad and he was so aggressive and so just horrible to me and yelling at me in front of our son. Then came her own revelations. Behind the candor and the smiles, Brittany admitted she carried trauma from earlier in life. In interviews, she mentioned feeling unsafe, needing approval, and seeking love in a man who couldn't always give it. Fans glimpsed the tears, the tension during filming, the silent stares. The narrative shifted. No longer just the supportive partner, Brittany became the woman struggling. Vanderpump Rules alum filed for divorce from Jax after 5 years of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences. Additionally, Brittany sought primary legal and physical custody of their 3-year-old son, Cruz, in the filing and requested that Jax be granted visitation. In 2023, reports emerged that Brittany and Jax were separating. The news hit fans hard. The team they had represented was now fractured. Social media posts hinted at fights, at long silences, at different paths. Co-parenting, custody, and the business entanglements followed. For Brittany, the public split was another betrayal. The life she had built, the persona she backed, the dream she invested in, all changed. This was the darkest chapter yet. The carousel of fame, partying, cameras, and applause stopped spinning, and Brittany found herself in a private room, replaying everything she thought she wanted. The trauma she once tried to hide became foreground. The nice image started to feel like a mask she couldn't remove. Even after stepping away from the cameras, Brittany couldn't escape public scrutiny. Motherhood, fame, and heartbreak left her body and spirit exhausted. She is changing up her look. The Vanderpump Rules alum reveals on Instagram that she underwent an undisclosed medical procedure as part of an ongoing body transformation, writing alongside a post-op selfie. When they said remove what no longer serves you, I took it literally. In all seriousness, y'all know I always keep it real. And so, I did a thing, something I wanted to do for years, and I finally took the step for me. I couldn't be happier. Her mommy makeover, surgery to regain her pre-baby body, was meant to help her feel confident again, but it became another talking point for tabloids. Critics accused her of vanity. Others body shamed her for changing too much. Brittany's confidence, already fragile, crumbled further. She struggled with postpartum depression, anxiety, and feelings of isolation. The woman, once full of laughter, began to withdraw. She spoke openly about therapy, healing, and the importance of self-care. But fans noticed how tired she looked. For the first time, she wasn't smiling just to please others. She was learning to sit with her pain. Her journey through surgery, self-doubt, and slow recovery reflected a truth many women face. The fight to love yourself again after losing everything that once defined you. After Vanderpump Rules, Brittany's life seemed at a crossroads. She and Jax tried new ventures, podcasts, appearances, endorsements, but nothing stuck the way reality TV did. She wanted to prove she could stand on her own, to be seen as more than Jax's wife or a side character. When she joined Special Forces World's Toughest Test, it seemed like her chance to do just that. The show tested celebrities' endurance in military-style challenges, and Brittany entered hoping to show her resilience. But the experience turned brutal quickly. The physical strain, the emotional isolation, the mental pressure, it was overwhelming. Within days, Brittany quit the competition. The headlines were merciless. Brittany Cartwright drops out early. Too soft for the challenge. Reality. Star crumbles under pressure. What was meant to be a moment of empowerment turned into another public setback. You got to dig deep and figure out how bad you want it. I just can't move. So, what do you want to do there? What? Make a decision. I can't. I'm going to throw up. I'm really sorry. I feel like I want you to sit back here and then we'll go pick you up. All right. Fans argued online. Some defended her, pointing out her honesty and humanity, while others mocked her for being weak. Brittany stayed mostly quiet, but insiders said she took it personally. She had hoped to rewrite her narrative to prove her strength, and instead it reinforced the story she was trying to escape. The sweet but fragile woman who couldn't handle the pressure. Each failed project chipped away at her confidence. She tried rebranding herself through podcasts and social media ventures, but public interest was fleeting. Fame had moved on. The woman who once drew crowds at Bravo events was now navigating an identity crisis, uncertain whether the world still cared about her story. In 2021, Brittany and Jax welcomed their son Cruz, a bright light in an otherwise turbulent world. For a brief moment, it seemed like everything might finally fall into place. She often posted photos of her baby, calling him her miracle and my greatest joy. Holding her son grounded her in ways fame never could. She called him her reason for everything. Motherhood brought joy, but it also brought challenges. Between sleepless nights, postpartum emotions, and public scrutiny, Brittany found herself stretched thin. Jax's unpredictable behavior made things harder. Their marriage, already strained, started to crack under the new pressure. When they separated, Brittany's focus shifted entirely to Cruz. She promised to raise him in peace, to protect him from the chaos she couldn't protect herself from. Has co-parenting gotten any easier? Okay. No, it's almost gotten worse. I mean, not that it's gotten worse. It's either stayed the same. It's hard to explain. It's been a lot of ups and downs. A lot of ups and downs when you've gone through it for as long as I have. And also the victim mentality of it all is really bothersome to me because I feel like he's never going to realize how much damage he actually did to me. Like I was the one who actually went through this stuff. Co-parenting with Jax wasn't easy. Some days they were amicable, others tense. But she did what she always had. She smiled through it, determined to create stability for her child. Motherhood became her redemption arc. The one role she never had to fake for the cameras. After years defined by drama and heartbreak, Brittany began reclaiming herself. She changed her Instagram handle, quietly dropped Jax's last name, and began focusing on her own healing. She leaned into therapy, yoga, and self-help practices, posting motivational messages about resilience. Fans noticed the shift. The old Brittany, the one who lived for love and approval, was slowly giving way to a woman living for herself. She reconnected with family in Kentucky, spending time away from the spotlight. She started talking openly about mental health, encouraging followers to find strength in vulnerability. The transformation wasn't loud or glamorous. It was quiet, steady, and real. After years of trying to prove her worth to others, Brittany was learning that her peace didn't need to be performed. Looking back, Brittany's journey mirrors a common reality TV tragedy. The same platform that made her famous also broke her. It gave her love, money, recognition, and stripped her of privacy, dignity, and peace. Reality TV doesn't always destroy people, but it magnifies their weaknesses. For Brittany, it magnified her kindness, then punished her for it. Producers edited her tears into entertainment. Viewers turned her heartbreak into hashtags. The line between real pain and scripted drama disappeared. She was both the victim and the product, selling her vulnerability for views. Fame gave Brittany everything she thought she wanted. But it cost her the simple happiness she once had before cameras ever rolled. Brittany Cartwright's life isn't just tragic. It's deeply human. She represents countless women who give everything: love, loyalty, faith, and are left standing alone, wondering who they've become. Her journey reminds us that kindness in a cruel industry is often mistaken for weakness, that love without boundaries can destroy self-respect, and that healing sometimes begins only after losing everything. Yet her story also holds hope. She's rebuilding slowly, quietly, but surely. She's learning that peace isn't found in fame or even forgiveness. It's found in finally choosing yourself. Brittany's scars tell a story not of failure, but of survival. She may have entered reality TV as a small-town dreamer and left as a broken woman, but through it all, she's rediscovering her strength. Because sometimes the real victory isn't winning the spotlight back. It's learning to live without needing it. Brittany Cartwright's life is a cautionary tale of what happens when a kind heart meets a cruel world. But it's also proof that even after tragedy, there's power in starting over.